Thanks for your time, Amit, and congratulations for the launch of Amazon Launchpad. How is Amazon Launchpad different from the other launchpads launched across the globe?
So it's the same global program. We're very excited that India is part of that global program. It offers a red carpet support program of sorts to small entrepreneurs who are building great innovative products today. And what this allows them to do is it allows them to use all of Amazon India's infrastructure that we've created in the last 3 years to be able to launch their products quickly to customers and get it noticed by millions and millions of customers that shop on Amazon every day. It also allows them to use our targeting capabilities, our technologies, so that they can get noticed, they can build their brand, and because Amazon Launchpad is a global program, they can also make their products available to any of the countries where Amazon Launchpad has launched.
Sure. Why should a startup launch the products on Amazon Launchpad and not the Amazon .in marketplace?
So, a startup can sell their products anywhere they want. What this program is trying to do is it's trying to provide that hand-holding they need in that early stage of the life cycle on things that would allow them to have a greater chance of success. So, by just selling it on the platform, they would be able to access a lot of our services so that they can sell their products. But what this program is offering is it's offering them a little bit of that hand-holding in that stage to be able to build that brand, to be able to get noticed by customers, and to give them a channel within the Launchpad program to all the other geographies that we are present in. So it allows them to be part of that ecosystem of great creative products that customers would see them together with the other creative products, and they would gain instant credibility that they are part of that same innovative ecosystem that's this program is supporting.
Sure. So, but the launch of Amazon Launchpad happened a little later, vis-a-vis the other countries globally. Particularly, this question is important because you are a part of Jeff's HS team. Why was the launch delayed, and why do you think this is the time when you should launch Amazon Launchpad in India, particularly when Indian startup ecosystem is not in a very, very favorable state?
I think that question could be asked for any feature that we launch. We've just been in India for a little over 3 years.
Right.
So there is about being ready to make the program successful. That's the only determinant of when we launch it. I think this is probably one of the best times to be a startup in India. You have a government enabling ecosystem through the Startup India program, which by the way is a very close partner with Launchpad. We're working very closely with them. We're working very closely with NASSCOM 10K, with Indian Angel Network. So we've spent a lot of time over the last many, many months in trying to build those partnerships with venture capitalists, entrepreneurs, accelerators, government associations, non-profit organizations, all these organizations that would give a ecosystem for these startups once they are part of this program to be successful. And I think given that all that is happening in this ecosystem today, this is probably better than any other time ever in the history of India to be a startup.
Sure. Why I said that the times are not so favorable for Indian startups is because of the hardships that are being faced by the prime e-commerce players. Particularly the Flipkarts and the Snapdeals of the world. They are facing difficult times. There are reports of them asking their people to leave. They are having tough time in their businesses. What is it that you think have gone wrong for such players, and what has gone right for you?
So I wouldn't be able to comment on other people's business model. I think from Amazon's perspective, we are very focused on the customer. Our business model is very focused on working backwards from the customer needs and building capabilities so that we can serve them. And the three areas that we put all our energy and focus around is how do we add more and more selection for our customers? How do we reduce the cost of operations for sellers so that they can offer everyday low prices? And how do we ship our products fast and reliably, and overall make it convenient from a experience perspective, whether it's payments or mobile access. And these three pillars of customer experience are invariant over time. If we were talking 20 years later, I don't think so we would come across any customer that says, give me less selection at higher prices and please deliver it to me slowly. And I think when you have a strategy that never changes with passage of time, then you don't get really distracted by short-term changes. Whatever you are investing today yield dividends for many, many, many years, and that's what we've been doing. So I think very, very humbled to see the momentum that we are seeing. We have been not only leaders in all the dimensions that customers care about, with the largest selection of products, most number of cities where we ship fast, over 1.8 million items, fast delivery, 95 million items overall selection, highest traffic on PC, mobile web, mobile app, and most recently in the October season, we saw more than 97% of India's serviceable pin codes shop on Amazon, which is truly humbling. If somebody told me 3 years ago that in 36 months we would achieve that kind of penetration, I would have not believed that person. So, in my belief, all this is an output of our focus on the customer, and you should continue to see us invest very aggressively on those three dimensions going forward.
Sure. As an e-commerce company, how have you been affected by the demonetization initiative run by the Prime Minister?
So, for those first 48 hours when this initiative was announced, we did switch off our cash on delivery capabilities, which obviously had an impact, that short-term impact, because we were just not serving customers. But since then, we have seen a dramatic uptick in the number of customers that are loading up their Amazon balances to buy on Amazon. We're also seeing the number of customers that switch their cash option to a digital option at their doorstep has gone up 10 times. Overall, there has been a dramatic shift of payment preferences from cash to electronic, and our business is mostly back to normal. We are still growing at triple-digit growth rates.
What do you think is going to be the long-term impact of this drive?
It's hard for me to talk about how and when this might change, but I think if you think about the intent of a cashless society, it's good, I think as I said, when you have things that are the right things for the customer and probably for the country over long periods of time, then you need to work backwards from it and just keep investing in making sure that those objectives are achieved.
Sure. Coming back to Amazon Launchpad, you have 25 startups on board on day one, and you want to keep growing, of course. What is the kind of number that you've thought of, for this fiscal year?
Yeah, we don't really have any numbers. I think this program is based again on that belief that if you take a long-term view, in a country where entrepreneurship is so ingrained in everyday life. I mean, entrepreneurship not just about building product, but people are generally very creative. We have millions of small, medium enterprises in India. There are enabling factors such as the Startup in India initiative and a lot of the ecosystem of VCs and other angel networks that are building. This has got to just add a little more fuel to that existing fire out there of being an entrepreneur in India. So I think that's what we are banking on over long periods of time. For our customer base, this is a great offering because it allows them to get access to these creative, innovative products on day one, which as a company that prides itself in selection matters a lot.
Sure. A lot of startups in India do not move to the stage of final product for various reasons. What do you think are the reasons for their failure? And a lot of startups actually, despite having a great idea, are not able to make it, to reality.
Well, I think whenever you're trying something new, you should realize that the reason why it's sort of an experiment is because you don't know the result. Mm-hmm. If you knew the result, then it would not be an experiment of sorts. So having the willingness to fail and thinking long term are two characteristics that every startup needs to have. And they need to continue to be obsessed with the customer, listen to their customers, get feedback, keep iterating. And what I feel Amazon Launchpad allows them to do is to focus on that process versus trying to figure out how to get through their channels, how to sell the products, how to market the products. I think it takes away that work out of the equation and gives them a fair chance for their idea to succeed versus them failing because they could not focus on these other things.
Sure. Thank you so much for your time, Amar. Thank you.